Oh, Haito, and welcome back to the Fairy Circle. It is I, Aito, your Moth Fairy Guide to Magically Fantastical Worlds, and today we're going to be playing a couple of games I snagged off of Itch.io. You're never going to believe why I picked this one. A lot of green. I'm going to do my best. Don't you worry. I've got my sash on that absorbs green. Don't worry, it'll be fine. But yes, congrats, Emery, on being first pupa. Thank you, Ray and Cry, for the daily dues. And yeah, let's guess a game real quick before we jump in. I have no idea how long these are. I don't even have like Twitch categories or anything. So I have a third game lined up. If I somehow theoretically, if I beat all 3 games in like 40 minutes and they're that short, we're just gonna stop. I'm not gonna try to like keep tacking games on. But ideally, worst case scenario, I add on the third game and it's like 2 to 3 hours. I don't know. Anyway. I'm not sure what this one is. It doesn't look like something I would play. I'm gonna guess Cyberpunk, but I'm just because it's got. I mean, it is a Cyberpunk type game. I just don't know the actual series or whatever. These look like Star Wars droids. Is it one of those new Star Wars games? I have no idea what it's called, so I don't know what to pick. Is Star Wars. Oh, it was Star Wars Outlaws. Okay. Never heard of it. All right. Anyway, get out of here. Hello. Let us begin. You're walking through a hilly area. Check map. The map says you should turn right. You turn right. You see a forest in front of you. Check map again. There is no forest indicated on the map. Think about what to do. Find another way. You decide to find a way around the forest. You continue walking through the hills aimlessly. Following the right path already. Correct. Continue walking through the hills aimlessly, never finding an end to your journey. Yay. That's what happens when you don't go right, chat. You fucking die. Walk into the forest. You walk through the forest. A large wall of trees stands in your way. I haven't really played a lot of these, like, adventure games of this style before, TBH. Because I find that, I do like the like, short, like this, like the very short indie version of it, where it's usually more about finding a bunch of different endings in a very short thingy than it is anything else. But like the older ones where it's like usually about trying to get to the ending, bumbling your way around, and it's like, I don't know. Older adventure games tend to be a lot more focused on killing you constantly over and over and elongating themselves via difficulty, and I like that I like when these types of games aren't afraid to be short and just have a handful of silly endings and stuff. Ever try reading those choose your own adventure books? Yeah, I did read a couple as a kid. I never loved them because, I mean, when you get a bad end, you always just flip back to the page you were on before and keep and go the other route. So unless the bad endings are all like really fun and interesting, then it starts to very quickly be like, I'd rather have just read a story with, like, you know, a continuous narrative instead of having to stop and flip to other pages and then flip back to the page I was on. It works way better in video games than it does in books, for sure. You can have a lot more subtlety in how your choices affect stuff. And even if you do stuff like this where it's just like you picked the wrong option, you die, if it's kept like quick and snappy, it's not like annoying to deal with. Turn left. What do I look like? Someone who follows the left wall. Push past the trees. The trees are too close together for you to get through. A large wall of trees stands in your way. See, now because because you can't go through the trees, by turning left, I'm actually following the right wall still. See? Examine the beautiful scene before you. Keep going. Hello. A woman sits inside a large tree. She smiles warmly at you. Talk to question mark? I love that the whole like Banjo-Kazooie Undertale thing of like characters have unique noises that play when they talk has caught on. It's such a good way to add in like quote unquote voice acting into text only games. Hi there, my name is Nissa. What brings you here? Explain your situation to Nissa. Oh dear, how inconvenient. I'm sure I could help you. But first, would you be able to check on my friends? Sure. Thank you. Come back to me when everyone seems happy. I guess this is the like main ending of the game, is doing this part for her. See the beautiful scene before you. Dig through the rocks. Okay, this was the image I saw of this game that made me add it to my list of itch.io games to play eventually. A fairy sits on a large rock. She's not really paying attention to you. talk to the fairy. Who are you? You explain your situation to the fairy. Oh, so Nissa sent you. Well, my name is Fragaria. Since she sent you over, would you mind getting me some more berries? I'm sure there are some on the other side of the forest. Except. Thanks! Yay! Go back. Turn right? I can turn right now? Let's go. The sound of the stream calms you. Turn right. Always turn right. A girl is sleeping on a large tree branch. Hi. You woke me up. Apologize. It's fine. Why are you here? You explain your situation to question mark. It's interesting that you could choose to just explain your situation without apologizing. Would she have killed me if I did that? You're a traveler? Cool. If you have anything unique you don't want anymore, I'd be happy to take it off your hands. Give map. This is so cool. I'll cherish it forever, thanks. I mean, my map was useless. Follow the stream. Hi. A girl stands in a pond. She's holding a frog in her hand. Ribbit. Hi. Ask for their name. My name is Beck. Explain your situation to Beck. You explain your situation to Beck. Oh, it's nice to meet you. Since you're here, would you mind bringing Lilium to Carillius for me? Accept. Thank you. Come back once you're done and I'll give you a gift. Lilium hops over to you. You pick them up. Ask Beck questions. Inquire about Carillius. Carillius is my closest friend. She likes to climb trees and collect unique objects. I know who that is now. It's also pretty. It's simple, but everyone is gorgeous. This is what I love about indie retro style games, is that it really is a great example of how you can do so much with so little. Inquire about Lilium. Lilium is Caeruleus's pet frog. They are best friends. Okay. Turn right. Girl lives on a tree branch. Large tree branch. She looks fulfilled. What's up? Lilium, you were playing with Beck for forever. Thanks for bringing him back home. I don't want to wake them up. ... Try to talk to Caeruleus. She fell asleep. Caeruleus and Lilium are resting. Best not to disturb them. Agreed. Bum, 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 bum. Let's see. Girl stands in the pond. Thank you for returning Lilium to his home. I picked some extra berries while you were away. Please have some. Beck hands you a basket of berries. That's for the fairy. Beck stands in the pond. She looks content. Nice. Turn left. Dig through the rocks. Fairy sits on a large rock. Give Fragaria the berries. Got me so many berries. Thank you. Fragaria is happily eating the berries you gave her. Can I go through the trees now? Trees are too close. Nope. The calmness of this game is highly suspicious. I'm surprised they haven't been killed by anything but my own folly thus far. I'll be honest. I half expected this to be one of those games you play and it's like, surprise, horror. God, the fucking detail on this tree is, or whatever. I assume it's like a hollowed out tree. Is kind of insane. Let's see. Hi. Helped all my friends. Thank you. Have a safe journey. You're back where you started. You feel like you were dreaming. It's go. Check your map. It's gone. You wonder where to go now. Nice. Can I... Hold on, let me speedrun. Wait, what happens if I continue walking? Surely the path will take you where you need to go. Okay, cool. You see a forest in front of you. Walk into the forest. All right. Speedrun. Turn left. Walk past the trees. Okay. I want to see if it changes the ending if I keep my map. Go back. Go back. Turn right. Follow the stream. Walk. Ask for your name. Plain situation. Accept. Go back. Go back. Turn right. Apologize. Give Lilium. Go back. Talk to Beck. Berries. Go back. Can I get out without giving her my map? Accept. Berries. Back. Tell the truth. Okay, no. I have to give her my map. What if I lie? Lie. Don't lie to me, silly. Come back when you've helped them. Oh, dang it. I was kind of hoping she'd kill me, I'm not gonna lie. How do you get through the trees? Can you not? Fuck. Give map. I'm just gonna hit dots. See if it does anything. Nope. Okay. Like stands in the pond. She looks content. Let's see. Bum, 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 bum. Nope. I guess that's about it. Okay. Let's see. Walk through the forest. I'm trying to think if there's anything we can do that might like have different results. Decline. Oh, then I guess you can find your own way, can't you? Rip. Okay. Let's see. There's not much else I can do that I haven't already done. Talk. Dot 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 dot. A girl stands in a pond. Okay, nope. I think we've seen about everything there is to see. All right, cool. Can't think of anything I haven't already tried. So that's Fauxrest. Short, sweet and simple. I should pull up who made these. I didn't even think about doing that. This one made by Asachi. They don't have any other games on here. But this game is also only 66 or 67 days old. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I've kind of been thinking a similar thing recently, that I just kind of need to like actually get down to making short little things that you can beat. Honestly, I've been thinking about trying to make, I don't know, RPGs you can beat in an hour or two, but even just starting with something that's like a super tiny dungeon that takes like 30 minutes, 30, 40 minutes on a first playthrough would still be like better than nothing. Yeah, cool. All right. Yes. Okay. Next game is a visual novel. This one will probably get kind of dark. This one gives me Lux Heart vibes. So Jenna. Let's see. No, I do have that third game, like I said, as well. Girona. Sustingus. All right. Let's see. Gotta wait for it to open. Music. Wait. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Kind of loud. Hold on, let me turn that down. Voice volume, get that shit out of here. But also thank you for adding a voice volume thingy so I can turn that off. Yeah. I'm genuinely surprised by how many of these Itch.io visual novels have voice acting in them, though. Like, if I was making a visual novel, I would not even consider the idea of having voice acting. I don't know. Like, I would just totally just think of it as like being a text game. Music sounds good so far, though. I'm sure the voice acting is good. I guess if this is super short, we can like listen to it a little bit, just to see what the voices sound like. Anyway, let's start. The distant caw of crows echo as I walk through the damp forest floor. Their cries carry between the dead trees like a warning to anyone passing through. The soft crunch of leaves underneath my feet is oddly satisfying to hear, though I try to keep my steps quiet. Better not to alert any lurking predators nearby. Passing a small bush, the hem of my red cloak snags on one of its branches. I pause and tug it free. The edge of the cloth tears away with it, leaving me with a frayed end. I pout. This is my favorite cloak, too. Whatever. I can stitch it up later. Fabric is a little old and has seen more than its share of this forest. Still, I like it. It even has my name embroidered inside the sleeve. My name is... I guess I'll just do Ito. Ito. They, them. Do you want to use more feminine or masculine main character for CGs? Good question. I always pick the lady if it's available. Feminine. That's right. I'm Ito. The cool breeze brushes against my skin as I breathe in the scent of the fresh forest. I love the smell of moss and wet earth. Only here do I feel truly free. The woods are hungry tonight. A part of me is too. I tilt my head toward the skyline, where I can faintly see the moon through the clouds. It's getting dark. I should head home or find shelter soon. It's not safe at night in the woods. Not for most people. I gently clutch my basket full of herbs and bread closer to my chest. I come out here alone often enough to gather supplies, but I still can't get used to the eerie feeling of the woods at night. The crackling leaves, the sounds from animals nearby. It's far too easy to get caught off guard here. That's why I keep a spare dagger underneath my cloak every time, just in case. Better to be safe than sorry. Sometimes I even get lucky and manage to catch a rabbit or two for dinner. Om nom nom. Though against larger predators, I'm not sure if this little weapon will suffice. I trail my fingers along the hilt of the dagger. It's worn now. I make a mental note to sharpen it later. The dagger is a precious gift from my grandmother, after all. To protect against wolves, she had told me before she passed away. Not that I've encountered any wolves throughout my years of exploring this forest. Hopefully it stays that way. The dagger comes in handy outside of catching prey as well. I use it to carve markings on trees to keep track of where I am. After all, it's too easy to get lost here. Do you think it's common for people who lived in secluded parts of the forest back in the day, they would make up their own symbols for stuff so that way if someone else ventured in, they couldn't, you know, use said symbols to get around? You'd have to if I made a circle with an X through it to mean south, you wouldn't just immediately know that by looking at it. Um, but I would know that, so I don't know. Interesting stuff to think about. You wouldn't want someone else intruding on your land to know how to get around easy, right? Um, hmm. Uh, I eyed the oak tree in front of me. It's one of my landmarks. The bark is scored with old cuts from my blade, something only I would notice. This tree was where I found a young merchant from the village a couple months ago. He was adult-aged, and yet that night he cried like a little child. Given his circumstances, anyone would have been afraid. He was caught in a storm and couldn't find his way home, and the snow was especially heavy that night. Ooh, we get to choose what kind of character we are. I helped him or I harvested him. Save. Let's help him. I tried to help him. I really did. I even told him the oak tree leans slightly east, in the direction of the town, but I suppose he didn't want to listen. Or maybe he was already too cold to move by then. I went back early the next day to harvest his corpse before the wild animals could. He didn't have much on his body. I still wonder what compelled him to wander so deep in the woods that night, especially in that type of weather. Oh well, at least the oak tree is growing so well now. Anyone who wanders here unprepared feeds the forest, one way or another. We all return to nature eventually, and if not, I always end up making use of them. In other ways, of course. It's getting dark, but I can't help but feel I would just be going home empty-handed with the few herbs I collected. If only prey would fall into my lap like last time. The young merchant made it too easy. Harvest is such a good word because it sounds whimsical, like a harvest festival harvesting pumpkins in the patch, but there's also harvesting organs. That's a very good point. I didn't even think of it like that. But yeah, you are very right. It's got a lot of connotations depending on how you want to take it. Um, I blow warm air into my hands and rub them together. It's a chilly night. I should get going soon. That actually reminds me, I was reading a thing about Toby talking about translating Undertale to Japanese and talking about how determination is the word determination is it, one of the things that's most important about it is that it's a word you don't really hear used a lot. Like it's a little it's a bit of a like formal word compared to other things you could use to have a similar meaning. And that kind of helps with like that helped a lot with like the quotability of it in the long run. Which is a very good point and very true. I never really thought about like subconsciously the fact that determination isn't really a word you ever hear or you hear that often worked in its favor, but I never like consciously thought like, oh, determination, what an interesting word to pick as opposed to something else. But yeah, that is I don't know. Words are important. It turns out when you're writing a story. I should get going soon. I glanced down at the two diverging trails in front of me. The area is heavier on one side, carrying the faint trace of something more dangerous deeper into the forest. On the other hand, the smell of fresh water catches my nose. There's a river nearby in the opposite direction. Which way should I go? Save. Deeper into the forest, hunter route. Down the river, lamb route. Let's go hunting. I decide to walk deeper into the forest. The trees grow thicker, branches woven almost like a cage. The air smells different, heavier, I think. However, this path is familiar to me, so I'm not too worried. A twig snaps behind me. I freeze, ears straining. Is someone following me? No one really frequents this area of the woods. Could it be an animal? I turn sharply, and a flash of silver hair catches my eye. Hello there, handsome. A young man is leaning against a tree. An intricately adorned bow rests across his back, and he seems to be cleaning a silver knife with his handkerchief. Look closer at the... I'm just going with all the top options for now, just to see where it gets us. Look closer at the knife. My gaze falls to the silver knife he's holding. It doesn't seem to be dirty, but he wipes it meticulously with the cloth in his hand. Did he just use it recently? Given his attire, he looks like a hunter. But what is he doing here? This area of the forest is unwelcoming even to experienced huntsmen. The closest town is almost half a day's walk away. Prey is scarce around the area, and the dirt roads are twisted and uneven. Besides, weird to be on this side of the visual novel. What do you mean I'm chat now? I know, I don't really play a lot of visual novels on stream. Which is, my reasoning for that is usually that I'm like, my thought process is like, well, there's not much gameplay, so what if it gets boring to watch? But then when you think about it, it's like, I play a lot of RPGs, and that's like, the gameplay in a lot of RPGs is not like the most, barring games that do weird stuff with it, like Deltarune and such. It's not like RPGs have the most crazy, interesting gameplay. It is a lot of doing basically the same fight over and over. So, I don't know. I should probably play more of them, TBH. I think I also got burned because one of the first visual novels I ever played was a game called Tricolor Love Story, and that game sucked. And I think it made me wary about doing visual novels. But like, especially with these indie ones that are like super short, I feel like doing more of these would be fun. You do have to kind of be careful though, because it's hard to know going into these how adult some of them are going to be. So you definitely have to do a little research into them sometimes. This one and the other one are not adult, but not too adult. But you know, how did I only just notice him? My senses are far from dull, but somehow I let this man escape my detection for who knows how long. His eyes lift to meet mine. His expression seems steady, but faintly amused. My heart skips a beat. Are those lip piercings? It's a snake bite, I think is what it's called, when you have the two thingies. But they're also, does it count if they're like the little rings, or does it have to be studs? I don't know. I don't know about piercings. I chose to walk deeper into the forest, but I didn't expect to run into anyone here. This is a pleasant surprise. I offer him a carefree smile. Maybe I won't go empty. Maybe I won't go home empty-handed tonight after all. Not the safest place to wander alone, huh? I can say the same about you. I'm not going to be super save heavy because I do kind of think part of the fun. I kind of feel like the most fun thing about games like this with a lot of choices is just like letting the your natural choices just take you wherever and just kind of accepting what you get. But I might go back. I do want to go back and do the lamb route at least and see how that goes for us. I can say the same about you. I lost my way. I can say the same about you. He tilts his head, the corner of his mouth curving a little. Not alone. Not alone. Those are spider bite piercings because it's two on one side. If it's snake bites, snake bites if there's one on either side. Oh. Okay. Cool. That makes sense actually, now that you say that. All right, cool. Well, now I know. My eyes flick to the trees next to us, scanning for others in the area, but I see no one, just a soft sway of branches in the wind. Are my senses getting too dull now, or is he seeing something I'm not? I have the forest, my bow, and now I have you here. For a moment, I don't know how to respond. Here I was, worrying there might be others hiding nearby, ready to steal my prey right in front of my face. Very funny. He has an annoying smirk on his face. Is he proud of himself for coming up with that line, or does he actually think it's a good idea to flirt with random people here in the middle of the forest? I'm not impressed. His attention flicks down to the basket of herbs in my hands. Oh? He looks surprised. I didn't know there was anything good to find out here. This part of the forest is pretty dead. I nod my head. How does he know that? Is he familiar with the forest too? Herbs only grow around the river bend, and we're both very far from it now. I quickly think of an answer. Not if you know where to look. I clutch my basket tighter, feeling strangely uncomfortable under his gaze. Why is he even here? Maybe to hunt? But like he said, there really isn't much on this side of the woods. As if reading my mind, he begins to talk. I'm here to hunt. What do you hunt for? Oh, a huntsman from the nearby town. I feel like the top one is a little too on the nose. Oh, a huntsman from the nearby town? I look at him with wonder. I didn't realize they still came this far into the woods, if at all. Especially not after all the murders. He nods slightly in response. You should know better than to gather herbs in this forest. This area, especially. What do you mean? I wonder if he thinks my answer is naive. His face doesn't seem to give anything away. Haven't you heard the stories? A crow caws overhead, sharp and sudden, and the wind picks up. His expression turns solemn. By stories, I assume he's referring to the murders happening in this forest. I'm sure news of them has spread like wildfire by now. For a brief moment, I feel a flicker of pride, but I quickly push the feeling away. I wonder how I should respond. Am I just a curious wanderer in the woods, oblivious to the rumors? Or am I something else entirely? Of course I know the stories. It's what everyone's talking about now. You're talking about the wolf, right? The serial killer who hunts in these woods? That's the one. Which means you're either really stupid or you want to die. Which is it, Red? Did you just call me by the color of my cloak? Of course I don't want to die. I'm only here because I need to gather plants and materials. It's winter now. It's always good to stock up. You should be more careful then. 2 missing people in the last month, and who knows how many victims over the years. For the first time, his voice loses a bit of its usual charm. His expression looks pained. First, we assumed wolves or other animals got to them. He shakes his head slowly. But then people started noticing something strange. Strange? Yes, strange. Victims were all young men. We're a man-eater, are we? It's true the victims are all men, but surely that can be explained by other reasons. Maybe the killer isn't just targeting men. Young men like to explore these woods more than women, right? So it makes sense they'd be the victims. He gives me a flat look. Well, you have a point. No, that's not it. There have been too many victims for it to be a coincidence. Too many missing neighbors. Mothers and sisters looking for their sons and brothers and finding absolutely nothing. Maybe it's better they found nothing rather than the alternative. And so, we nicknamed the killer the Wolf. The words hang between us. My twin brother, he went missing a year ago too. Another victim then. His gaze drops to the forest floor. We don't even know where he was last seen, or if he even came to these woods at all. Sometimes I wonder if the wolf got to him too. That's horrible. I'm not sure what else to say. I've always been terrible at comforting people. It's just not in my nature. I feel that. When my grandmother died, I shut myself away for months. It was lonely, but also in a peaceful way. I had nothing else at the time. Not until I found my new hobby, of course. The hunter doesn't seem to mind the silence. So his brother was also murdered. Considering they were twins, they must have looked pretty similar. I try to remember if I've met anyone who resembles him, but no one comes to mind. If I had met someone half as handsome as this hunter, then surely I would remember. I usually remember all of my victims, and none of them had striking silver hair like his. He said he wasn't sure if his brother entered the woods, but he didn't rule out the possibility either, so maybe someone else took his brother. If that's the case, then the hunter is just wasting his time barking up the wrong tree, just like my grandmother used to say. Besides, who'd want someone as perfect looking as him? If it were up to me, I would just keep him. That way, I'd be able to look at him and talk to him every day, just like this. How fun. I toyed with the idea in my head. The hunter exhales quietly, sharp enough to pull me from my fantasies. I want to at least recover his body. He was ill, and I wasn't always there for him when we were younger. It's the least I can do. For some reason, guilt pricks at me, even though I'm not responsible for his death at all. He's searching in the wrong place. I feel a little sorry for him, but it's not like I can tell him that. I fidget with the frayed edge of my cloak. The hunter's eyes catch the movement, and his expression seems to soften. He gently pats me on my shoulder. His touch is comforting, warm. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you like that. Don't worry, okay? You're safe with me. I always catch my prey. I love that we're intense too. It's not uh, often that the MC gets to match the intensity and sadism of most love interests in these games. Yeah, it is. It is kind of neat that we're the like yandere, and this guy is probably more of just like a uh I don't know. I think despite his search for revenge, he seems a bit he seems to be the naive one here, which is interesting. Plus, I've killed worse predators before. Worse predators, huh? I wonder what he means. What worse predators are out there? I haven't seen any wolves or anything scary in these woods before. No, these predators aren't wolves. He doesn't look at me, and he doesn't explain any further. Hmm. So that means he's killed people then. And maybe he plans to hunt for the serial killer as well. I can't think of any other reason why he'd be here. So he's looking for me, huh? After a brief silence, he changes the subject. I'll take you home. You live in the nearby village, right? Yes. It's getting late now. My grandmother might be worried if I don't go back soon. All right, let's go then. His gaze is so gentle. He takes my arm and we slowly begin to walk down the path toward the village. His grip is light, but not easy to slip away from either. Is he worried about me? He must be protective after losing his brother. I kind of like it. It's never a bad thing to be careful, especially with a serial killer around. It's not safe for you to wander these woods alone. I smile at him. Who would threaten me here, after all? Hmm. Hi, Zoli. Um, take his hand. I loosen my arm from his grip and take his hand instead. Our fingers interlock together. I squeeze our hands a little tighter. My face begins to flush a little. I wonder if he notices. Does he feel embarrassed too? Uh, I feel safer like this, if that's okay. All right. I'm glad you found me today. Corner of his lips twitch, and then his expression softens into a faint smile. It lingers for a moment before his expression darkens again. They don't usually tell people this, but you should be wary of who you run into in these woods. Huh? Why? I mean, obviously. What does he take me for? Maybe he should take his own advice. I wait for him to explain. The missing victims, they were all found by someone first, too. Someone they felt they could trust. So they do know that little detail. I didn't think that information was public. After all, none of the victims would be able to tell anyone. You trying to scare me? He shakes his head slightly. So what you're saying is the person who found them was the killer. Were the victims tricked? Yes. There's still some doubts, but that's the conclusion some of us have reached. The air between us stills. Why did he tell me this? Is he genuinely worried for me? You're not afraid of me? Hmm. Should we be honest? We say we're not afraid. Will he get suspicious? Um. Hmm. Hmm. I'm not afraid. Should I be, though? I want to trust you. Flicker of surprise crosses his face before he smirks. You're either brave or stupid, then. His gaze stays steady in mine, calm, but also studying me. Only predators in these woods need to worry about me. Otherwise, I mean no harm. So you have no reason to be afraid. But like I said earlier, it's always wise to err on the side of caution. The silver knife he carried earlier catches a stray ray of dying sunlight as he slips it back into the sheath. I hunt monsters, predators, not lost herb gatherers like you. Oh, you poor innocent boy, you. I tilt my head to the side a little, processing what he said. He hunts predators and not lost people like me, huh? I happen to be both, of course, minus the lost part. In these woods, the predator isn't always the one holding the gun or the bow. You never know what might be lurking behind you. A pause stretches between us, his words sinking in. Maybe I should just ask. Are you trying to catch the wolf? It's going to be really fun watching you play visual novels since you usually don't, so your logic will be a bit different compared to mine when it comes to choices. That's fair. I've also played a lot more games, so I think my decisions tend to be a bit more uh, meta. I think your choices tend to be a lot more based on your writing experience. And so they were both alphas. One of us is getting nodded tonight, and it ain't me. Yes, I am. The smirk is gone now, replaced with something sharper. I have a couple leads so far. Leads? I wonder what he found. I've been exploring this area for the past few months, and I think I'm starting to understand how the killer operates now. He's been here? Never seen him before, though. Then again, I didn't even notice him behind me earlier until the twig snapped. Was that an accident? I feel like I'm close to the truth, and when I find it, I'll finally avenge my brother. Hmm. Aren't you worried, though? He frowns, or maybe it's a look of concern. I'm not sure. Worried about what? Ooh, what if the killer is smarter than you, or aren't you the killer's exact type? Hmm. I'm gonna be honest, I think he might know that we're the wolf. And I think he let us find him, but I could be wrong. I think he might be testing us or waiting to see what we do. And if that's the case, then saying the top option is basically saying, but what if I'm smarter than you? I mean, if he knows. And the bottom option is basically flirting with him, but also threatening him. We're gonna go at the bottom. Aren't you the killer's exact type? His brows lift. You saying this because I'm a young man, like the other victims? I giggle a little. No, not just that. It's because you're handsome, too. For a moment, he just stares at me as if the words don't quite register. What? I laugh. Did they not put this together when they were looking at victim profiles? What are you saying? Just kidding. He turns his head away quickly, but not before I catch the faint color blooming across his cheeks. How cute. I lean in a little closer to him. You don't have to look away, you know. I like it when you smile. Covers his face even more. You really shouldn't say things like that. And so they were both alphas, but not really actually because this guy's totally a bottom. Are we the baddies? Yeah, we're the wolf. Why? Wait, did I read what he said out loud? Oh, no. You really shouldn't say things like that. You'll give people the wrong idea. I laugh some more. I'm definitely trying to give him the wrong idea here. He really is cute. The kind of cute that makes a predator want to keep watching, circling, until they decide whether to pounce. Just like how cats toy with smaller animals. The more charming the prey, the more fun it is, after all. And the hunter here is almost too charming to let go of. I decided I wanted to... Ooh. Honestly, I kind of want to keep him because I think we'll get more out of it. I think if we kill him, uh, it'll probably end faster. Keep him. As poetic as it would be for the hunter to become the hunted, it'd be a waste to kill him here. I don't want to. I like him a little too much. The hunter still covers his face, turning away from me and attempting to hide his blush. Perfect opportunity for me to make him mine. How should I do it this time? What would the Lux Hearts do? Keep him, yes. Hell yeah. I feel like killing him is just like a little boring too. Like what? We just gut him and leave him to die. That's not what I would do if I were writing this. So, or if I were writing a story with me, Yandere Aito, as the protagonist. Maybe I could use one of the herbs in my basket and knock him out first. The thought of him being mine, of keeping him close and having him whenever I wish, sends a rush of heat through me. It's the first time I felt so excited about someone in a while. I like him. I'm keeping him. We gotta tear him apart, Aito. Let your inner yandere fly. Well, it's more of a moth than a fly, but you know. Is this what they consider a crush? It's a good line. I slide my fingers across the basket of herbs, pulling out the plant I had prepared for this occasion. But before I can do anything, a flicker of silver catches the light. Ah! I knew it. He was onto us the whole time. I feel cold steel against my neck. His knife. Why is his knife at my neck? What? Do you really think I didn't know what you were about to do? Doesn't take a genius to figure out you're behind all the murders here. Wait, did I skip? Okay. For some reason, like the way that the ellipses popped up, it kind of looked like I accidentally skipped some text in the corner of my eye. Did he know from the start? When did he figure it out? Was I getting played this whole time? There's no way. You can't just die like this. What are you doing? I'm not behind any of the murders. He doesn't say anything. Forced my voice to tremble. I think we've blown this game of Mafia. This game of Werewolf, even. You don't have to do this. Please, don't hurt me. I still need to go back home to my grandmother. Please, let me go. I'll do anything, okay? I won't tell anyone. His voice hardens. Funny how you keep mentioning your grandmother. Everyone knows that old widow died 2 winters ago. And you're her little grandchild that disappeared with her. I recognized you the moment I saw you. You can stop pretending now. I don't know what you mean. The air around us stills. He presses his blade closer to my neck. Sorry. Tell me. Just how long have you been out here killing people? I feel a sharp pain on my neck. He's pressing it too close. One wrong move and I might die. Give in to the demons. Correct. But I really haven't. It's true I said you're my type, but I meant that romantically, not like a killer's target. I mean, we kind of meant it both ways, but the victims, I did find a few of them, but I didn't cause their deaths. Please, believe me, I sob. I don't even have anything on me except plants and some food. I wasn't doing a metaphor, I swear. I hate symbolism. He still doesn't say a word. You're a hunter, right? I'm sure you've killed plenty of bad people, but I'm not one of them. I'm not a monster. And last I checked, hunters don't flirt with their prey. I really do just like you, you know? I don't know how you got the impression that I'm a murderer. You're very bad at lying. I kind of am, to be fair. But go on. Oh, he's fucking with us now. Ooh, stop. I huff. Seems like nothing I say will change his mind. He's convinced I'm the wolf. So be it then. But I'm not the one he's looking for. Okay, fine. I'm the wolf. So what? I really didn't kill your brother. Those rumors are exaggerated anyway. And I wasn't lying about you being my type. I was planning to keep you too. His knife doesn't waver at my neck, but his eyes shift a bit. His voice is quiet, like he's deep in thought. You keep me. Most predators I've hunted beg when caught, or they try to run like prey when cornered. But you, I feel my skin tingling from the blade at my neck. You're standing here talking back to me with a knife at your throat. You must really not be scared, huh? Or do you actually like this? Of course I'm not afraid. I told you already. I like you and wanted to keep you. The hunter sighs. You're so... I could kill you right now. And honestly, I really should. There's no good reason to keep you alive. I wonder what he's thinking right now, but I don't speak. Plus, he really has the wrong person. I wasn't the one that killed his brother. I give him the best puppy eyes I can muster. No reaction. But then, to my surprise, he lowers the blade and gently tucks it away in his pocket. The tension between us doesn't fade, though. You're too dangerous to let roam free. But you're mine now. What? Yours? I'm not letting something this interesting slip back into the woods. Is he insane? I'll try to take a step back, but I press firmly against his body. Holy moly. I feel his arm grip my waist. Don't know what he's saying, but I can't deny I like his touch. His grip on my waist tightens in response. Who's the alpha now? Holy shit. Not even dinner first? Gosh, where are those these Yans learning their manners? I know it was short for yandere, but when I first read it, it made me think of yams. So, a yandere yam. Um, from now on, you'll stay where I can see you. His other hand moves to the back of my neck. My body shudders in response. You won't be able to hurt anyone else anymore. I see a faint curl of a smile on his lips. You see, I keep wolves. They're wild. They bite. But once they know who they belong to, they stay. The thought sends a chill through me. And you're the same. He whispers that quietly in my ear, and then I feel my consciousness slip away. Except this time, I'll tame you a different way. Bad ending 3, The Hunter. Bad ending! Oh, you and I have a different idea. Bad. Unless you mean like bad ending. I don't know how chats do this. I feel like I need to unfollow and unsub so I can rebalance myself. Jans and Sunski soaked in a Moe V. Yans and I can't even read that. Thanks, gato gozaimasu. No, you're good. It's better if it's hard to even like read it. Okay. Interesting. Let's go the lamb route. I feel like the lamb is going to be even worse, to be honest, but we'll see. Down the river. Depending on how long the route takes, I might pause for a break during it. I decide to follow the river, just like I always have. The water flows lazily through the forest, faint moonlight dancing across its surface. It's peaceful here. If someone didn't know any better, they might even think this part of the forest was safe. After all, this area is much closer to the nearby town. It still takes a while to get around, though. People used to come here to gather water or rest during long walks. However, that's all in the past now. Everyone avoids the woods these days. I don't blame them. The number of murders has been increasing at an alarming rate. It would be stranger if people still came here without fear. Sound of splashing water startles me. I freeze, turning toward the river. Is someone wandering in the forest at this hour? How careless. I didn't expect much when I followed this path, but maybe I won't go home empty-handed tonight after all. The road gradually widens before opening into a small clearing, and there I see him. A young man with long flowing hair is sitting alone by the riverbank, like a lost little lamb. The moonlight catches on his pale hair, making him look almost unreal. He rests his foot on a moss-covered rock while struggling with the laces of one of his boots. His pant leg is slightly rolled up, exposing a scrape along his ankle. It looks painful. Did he get scratched by an animal? He winces while trying to adjust his shoe. Luckily for him, I have just the right herb for that injury. I decide to sneak up behind him. The sound of the river muffles my footsteps as I sneak closer. Even when I'm only a few feet away, he doesn't notice me. Hi there, Blondie. Ta-da! I shove a handful of herbs directly into his face. Ah! He must have been surprised because he nearly falls into the river. Oh, he's a baby. You're doopy. If we're a wolf, this feels more like a lamb. I was gonna say puppy dog, but you know, either one works. I don't trust him. I don't either. I think there's some sheep's clothing thing going on, but we'll see. I think everyone in this fucking visual novel is a yandere, just different breed. His hands flail for a moment before he catches himself against the rock. Can't help but laugh. That was cute. He really has no awareness at all. Always don't trust long-haired blondes. I don't know about all of you. Hey, what did I do? All right. I'm so trustworthy. I definitely don't have a smug smile by default, both on my PNG and, well, to be fair, I have a resting bitch face in real life, but you know, it's either that or a smug smile. Quickly fixes his clothing and stares at me with wide eyes. You scared me. I thought you were a wild animal. Huh? Really? I tilt my head with feigned wonder. What if I was? He looks at my ears and back to my face. For some reason, he seems to seriously consider the question. Then I'd really be in trouble. He smiles at me, his voice soft. Does he not understand how easily something with teeth could I'm gonna carry you apart. Could tear him apart. What a strange person. Kill them with kindness, as they say. He accepts the herbs from me carefully. Are these for me? Can I just say head tilts? Such a small movement that's incredibly attractive because it can be cute or it can be condescending, and it's great. Very true. It's also very dog-coded. For your ankle. I point at the scrape. Oh, thank you. His voice sounds so earnest, I begin to feel a bit proud of myself. See, I can be helpful when I want to be. Ooh, what the fuck? That's just me. All right, game, chill out. Um, except with green eyes. I don't got green eyes. Hmm. Uh, he turns the herbs over in his hands, looking uncertain. Do I eat them? No. I laugh again. You crush them and put them on the scrape. Here, let me. Before he can answer, I take the herbs back and crouch in front of him. His leg stiffens when my fingers brush against his ankle. I can feel his shoulders tense. Didn't give myself away, did I? People usually aren't wary of me this early. I glance up at him. The moment our eyes meet, he quickly looks away. So pretty, we have to destroy his will to live without us. Haru. The tip of his ears are pink. Oh. Is this embarrassing for him? Interesting. Does it hurt? A little. His answer comes out quieter than before. I think I'm making him a little too... I'm not making him as baby as I probably should. Because I'm just waiting for him to turn around and it'd be a trick. I pretend not to notice and crush the herbs between my fingers until it turns into a damp paste. Then I press the mixture against his scrape. He flinches. Sorry. I'm waiting for him to turn around to do what to him, I so. Swiggity swooty, I'm coming for that booty. Why are you apologizing? He blinks. I don't know. Just surprise me. He looks embarrassed again. As I pull my hands away, he brushes stray bits of crushed leaves from my fingers. Your hands are cold. I glance down at my fingers. Are they? Okay, I do have bad circulation in real life, so fair enough. But also, it might just be from being out in the woods. This is just my normal temperature, though. Oh, okay. So, visual novel Aito just also has bad circulation. Cool. He nods. Are you cold? Nope. I'm wearing this, aren't I? I tug on the thick fur cloak draped on my shoulders. Right. Sorry. His gaze drops to his now treated ankle. Thank you. By the way, he pats down his pockets, and then his expression brightens. Oh. The lamb pulls out a small cloth pouch. I don't really have much with me, but he opens the pouch and offers it to me. It contains a few pieces of candy and a polished-looking rock. Would you like one? Sure, I'll take a free rock. I like that he's giving it to us like it's candy. I stare at the pouch. Is that all he brought out here? Wait, am I stupid? Polished looking rock, yeah. Oh. A few pieces of candy and a polished looking rock. I thought we were taking the rock. Sorry. I was confused. I reach out and take a piece of candy. I kind of want the rock. TBH. It's strawberry flavored. Mmm. Yuppie. Thanks. His smile widens, the moonlight catching the pink of his cheeks. I was going to say strawberry flavored. We assert dominance by munching on a rock. Oh, yeah. Prompt. As he tucks the pouch away, the polished stone grabs my attention. Okay, good. I want the rock. Give me the rock. I mean, I'll take the candy, but I kind of want the rock. I don't know why, but I want it. It's smooth and round. The sort of thing a child would pick up from a riverbank. You're too innocent. I don't trust you. You're gonna stab me or something. Did he find the rock somewhere nearby? Also, he looks completely out of place here. How did he even get caught up in this situation? His clothing is far too nice for someone wandering in the woods. Study him curiously. What are you doing out here? He lowers his head. It's a little embarrassing. But but sorry. I don't know why I thought that was us saying, but I have no idea where I am. I stare at him. So he's lost. While it isn't uncommon to get lost in the woods, we're still fairly close to the border of the town. Most people would be able to find their way back if they followed the old path near the water long enough. Does he have a bad sense of direction? Or is he really that helpless? Somehow, he seems even more pitiful to me now. He frowns and kicks a pebble into the water. I was only walking down by the river when I injured my leg. And now I don't know how to get back. He dusts the dirt from his sleeves before looking at me. What about you? I'm just gathering herbs. I'm just gathering herbs. I see. Are you familiar with this area? A little. His entire face lights up. I was beginning to lose hope. I suppose I'm lucky that you found me here. He sounds relieved, despite meeting me not even 5 minutes ago. It's been a while since I've encountered someone so naive. Are all people from the town like this? No, that can't be true. The people I've met so far were much more cautious around strangers, especially in these woods. Some would run or fight back. But the lamb is different. Interesting that I've just called him the lamb at this point. I guess the hunter never gave a name, but the hunter seemed a lot more on guard. So that wasn't surprising. Hearing him say those things doesn't feel particularly unpleasant. It just makes me want to tease him more. The wind suddenly picks up. A raven caws overhead before disappearing into the branches. His relieved expression fades. To be honest, I don't like being alone out here. His voice comes out quieter this time. It feels a bit unsettling. He fidgets with the sleeve of his shirt. I wonder if he's heard of the stories about the serial killer. Is that why he feels unsettled? I kind of want to ask if it's because of the rumors to play into our ego a little bit, but also I kind of like the there's like a smug yandere kind of thing to being like just being like, are you scared? But I feel like we're probably asking it in a much more fake concerned kind of way. But I kind of like the idea of us just leaning in and just being like, are you scared? Um hmm. Is it because of the rumors? His body stills. Maybe. Have you have you heard them too? Of course I have. It'd be ironic if I hadn't. The serial killer that hunts in these woods, right? The one they nicknamed the Wolf. He nods. You should be careful here. I read that 2 more people went missing in the past month, and it all happened around this area. His expression turned serious. Do you really think the wolf got to them? Or maybe they died from other circumstances? Well, it couldn't possibly be wild animals. The victims were all young men, after all. Right. That's what the paper said as well. Though, the thought of a serial killer lurking nearby is even more unnerving than a pack of wolves. At least with wild animals, you know what to avoid. Humans are a different case. I nod. That's true. Humans are much better at pretending and making prey lower their guard. I stretch my arm outwards. Honestly, I didn't expect to become so famous around here. And he's already worried about me. It's interesting to watch. That's why you have to be wary that's why you have to be wary of strangers you meet. Especially in the woods. I declare the fact proudly, waiting to see his reaction. He shakes his head, completely oblivious to my little jab. But you don't seem dangerous. I feel safe with you. Safe? If only he knew. Most prey eventually realize they're standing next to a predator. I wonder how long it will take him. I feel like they're the type that maybe I'm projecting. I feel like they get smug and it kind of starts showing through when someone's so naive. I've never met someone so trusting. Or is foolish a better word? Foolish actions of a foolish fool. I kind of like it. Hmm. You shouldn't trust me so easily. We just met, you know. I could be lying about everything. He blinks at me before smiling again. Is that your way of looking out for me? It's okay. I can take care of myself. Is that what he thinks? I glance at his injured ankle. He can't even walk properly without my help. I don't understand how he can be this carefree. Still, he must have been scared all alone earlier. It's dark in the forest after all. I take his hand in mine and squeeze it tight. Holy shit. I didn't even have to tell the MC to be forward this time. His face flushes a little. It's starting to make me feel flustered as well. I've never met someone so vulnerable and good looking. It's the first time I felt so excited about someone in a while. Is this what people consider a crush? Ooh, interesting. We're going the same way, but for different reasons with this guy. If so, I really have to make him mine. Okay, let's walk together. I think I came from this direction. Or I think I came from this direction. I lead him down the path I came from. Wait, I pause. Is he suspicious that I'm bringing him further into the woods? He tightens his grip on my hand. Don't walk so fast here. You could get hurt. Hurt? Me? Why are you so worried about me? Well, I don't want anything bad to happen to you. Oops, sorry. I giggle. Shouldn't you be more worried about yourself? He doesn't answer. I pull him closer with my hand and we continue walking. Forest grows quieter around us. Night really is approaching. The river sounds farther away now, swallowed little by the trees. Sorry, you just hit us. Ah! I imagine the mic is chat, so how dare you? Me too, to be fair. Ooh, I'm so close. Kinda. I imagine the mic is chat when I hit you guys. But I also imagine the chat on my screen is chat. Depends on the context, I guess. Branches crowd overhead until only thin strips of moonlight fall across the forest floor. I'm out of water, or I'm almost out of water, so but I feel like we're probably pretty close to the end of this. I'm kind of debating if I should save and break to get more water.
It's probably fine.
I'm much less used to this type of game than other stuff. I'm also much less used to games that only take like an hour to do multiple endings in. Or I guess an hour and a half. The ground is uneven beneath our feet. We walk slowly, carefully not to trip over stones and tree roots. Every so often, his shoulder brushes against mine. Also, I mean this as a compliment, but this artist has like very shit, what's it called? Picru kind of style. Should I scare him a little? I don't even get an option. My option is how do I scare him? Do you hear that? I fight with the edge of my cloak nervously, or I fidget with the edge of my cloak nervously. It isn't just me, is it? He immediately stops walking, his grip tightening around my hand. I don't hear anything, but stay close to me. You aren't scared? I am, but I think I'd be more scared if you were alone. He says such strange things. Don't worry, I'll protect you if we run into any wolves. The lamb's fingers twitch around mine. Honestly, I think sometimes I feel like I'm not totally sure how to read certain lines because I'm so used to playing like RPGs and not as much yandere visual novels. Uh, Catching me staring at him, his skin begins to flush some more. Oh, but not that I think we'll run into any wolves or anything dangerous. I just mean. Yes, that's exactly what you're hearing. Uh, he breaks eye contact with me, his words trailing off. Never mind. What if we meet something more dangerous? Do you think there are bears nearby? Oh, I read that. I totally read that as like, tee. You think there are bears nearby? I forced my voice to tremble a little. He tightens his hold on me. So if we see anything like that, then you have to run. I kind of forget we're supposed to be like super. I don't know. Don't worry about me. He gives my hand a squeeze. I'm not sure if running is the right choice if we really run into a bear, but this is the first time I've seen prey offer itself up so willingly. He seems a lot more relaxed compared to before. Earlier, he kept glancing around at every little sound. Can I ask you something? Of course. I wonder what he'll ask. Does he like me? Is that it? He hesitates. You won't hurt me, right? He knows. For a moment, I don't answer. Then I giggle. So he wasn't completely oblivious after all. Maybe some part of him noticed. Still, where did he get that idea from? I only wanted to scare him a little. If I really wanted to hurt him, I would have given him the deadlier herbs from the start. Or I would have waited until he limped deeper into the woods, until are unable to find a way back. But that would be too easy. Of course not. He visibly relaxes after hearing my answer. I wonder what prompted that question, but it doesn't matter. Tease him. We must. I lean in a little closer to him. Or maybe I'm just waiting until you trust me completely. Are you teasing me? His ears are red again. What makes him so different from the others, I wonder? Is it because he's cute? Maybe that's why I can't stop looking at him. The type of cute that makes a predator want to keep watching, circling, until they decide whether to pounce. Just like how cats toy with smaller animals, the more lovely the prey, the harder it is to let go of. And the lamb here is almost too lovely to leave behind. I decided I wanted to... Honestly, some of the, like, uh, repeated dialogue almost makes me wonder if you're kind of expected not to do multiple routes. Or at least not in one go, maybe. Which is interesting. But it also could just... This developer could also just be kind of new making these types of games, which is fair. You know, you gotta start somewhere. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Um, they may very well expect you to like kind of one and done this game. And this game was free. I'm gonna add that part. Both of these, I mean, that probably wasn't super surprising with the last game. But both of these games are free. I will add that bit. I probably should have said that sooner, actually. I just fucking snatched both of these off of Ichio. I'm gonna keep him. All right, we're gonna go the keep route. As fitting as it would be for a wolf to devour a lamb, it would be a waste of him to, or it'd be a waste to kill him here. I don't want to. I like him a little too much. The lamb is still holding my hand, a reassuring smile on his face. The perfect opportunity for me to keep him, or sorry, the perfect opportunity for me to make him mine. The thought of him being mine, of keeping him close and having him whenever I wish, sends a rush of heat through me. How should I do it this time? I take out the silver knife below my cloak. Ooh, we also have a silver knife. Okay, so we're not a werewolf. Kind of assumed we are. Or maybe we are. But, you know. You know. I giggle. Your grandmother really should have told you to be more careful around strangers. Wait. No. Okay, never mind. For a second, I was almost wondering if we're playing as the white-haired hunter. But I'm like, but we're not. We're not. We're playing the same character regardless. It just seemed a little weird that we had like the silver knife this time. But no, I think we just happen to have also happen to have a silver knife. What if I'm the wolf? Because we're the wolf. We're not the hunter. We're the wolf. I mean, we're the hunter in that sense, but we're not the hunter. Well, how many people do you think I've killed so far? He lets out a soft laugh. Are you trying to scare me again? He looks at the knife in my hand without flinching. Where did you even get that? I'm serious. He doesn't falter. You really shouldn't joke about things like that anymore. Joke? Do I look like I'm joking? He falls silent. Does he finally realize the situation he's in? Will he call for help, I wonder? Too late for that now, though. I'm keeping him no matter what. Whoa! Suddenly, he grabs both of my hands. Also, I didn't give our character a girly voice, even though I picked the girl. Because, I just picked the girly character, because, It's just what I do when I get the choice. Um, I wonder if that affects any of the. No, I don't think it does. It probably doesn't change any of the dialogue, except I think it just affects uh the art when we're on screen. I think the only thing that changes is what gender we pick. Also, yeah, the art is super pretty. Ah, I dig it. Someone hurt you? What? Was it the wolf? The words catch me completely off guard. Did that killer threaten you? Is that why you're saying these things? Is that why you're out here? Stare at him. No. I am the wolf. I've killed people. A lot of them. All the missing men. The bodies that were never found. The rumors. That was all me, you know. The lamb's grip on me tightens. You don't have to lie anymore. Don't you trust me? A chill crawls down my spine. What? I won't let anyone hurt you. Not even the serial killer. No. You don't understand. This is ridiculous. I'm literally threatening you right now. Look. I raise the knife, pointing it at him. See this? I'm trying to threaten you. He looks down at the blade, then back at me. Your hands are shaking, though. What? They really aren't. I've done this plenty of times. Though I didn't intend to kill him this time. It's okay. You don't have to pretend anymore. Pretend? You don't have to pretend you're the wolf. Not in front of me. I've stopped pretending too. What's wrong with him? Why isn't he afraid or running away? Is he crazy? Were you scared of me? Was that why you lied? Mhm. I sure hope he's crazy. No, I wasn't. I like, I don't know, whatever. I keep reading the. I probably shouldn't read the choices because that's not always what the character says. Um, what? No, I like you. That's why I wanted to keep you. If he didn't look so good right now, I would have ended his life a long time ago. Oh, then I was right. You never believed me from the beginning. His expression softens. I've wanted to meet them, you know. The wolf. He wanted us to kill him. His tone of voice carries a strange warmth. Sometimes I find people first, especially the ones nobody would miss, like me, and I'd leave them somewhere easy for the wolf to discover. That's impossible. I thought the wolf would understand me, but then I met you. Hand moves through my hair. I thought about giving you to the wolf too. Oh. Oh. Okay. So he just comes out here and fucking kills people. Jeez. Oh shit, wait. We're the same. We're not so different, you and I. Um. Oh. Okay. 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 Real recognizes real. Okay. 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 Let's go. Many times, but cups my face gently. I couldn't. I knew something was wrong. You kept joking about dangerous things, and you kept trying to scare me. I wasn't. You must have been lonely. Lonely? That's almost offensive. Of all things he could have called me, his expression twists. No wonder you're saying all these things. The wolf is forcing you to. Is that right? There's pity in his eyes, but also something darker. He's hopeless. Why is it so hard for him to accept that I'm the serial killer? He somehow still thinks I'm the victim. I can't let you leave here. Excuse me? It's dangerous. His fingers slowly slide around mine, interlocking, trapping me. Does he even know where he's going? Pulling me into a path I don't recognize. You don't have to be alone anymore. I'll take care of everything. I try to yank my hand away, but his grip doesn't budge. Let go. Are you resisting? Why? He smiles. It's the same soft smile he's shown me the entire evening. He reaches forward. For a moment, I think he's going to touch my face again. Instead, he pulls me against his chest, his arms wrapping around me. I'll never let the wolf hurt you again, even if I have to keep you forever. He whispers quietly in my ear, and I feel my legs go weak underneath me. This reaction. When did he get his hands around on my herbs? This shouldn't be happening. I fight to stay awake against the effects of my own poison, but I slowly feel my consciousness slip away. His lips brush against my hair. I'll keep you safe. Is this what you wanted? Bad insects, the lamb. Hmm. Interesting. So he too be a killer, and he did not realize we are the wolf. No, I think you're getting a little. I think you're going a little too crazy with it. No, I think he just also happens to be a serial killer, and he doesn't think we're the wolf. He thinks we're just another victim out here who just got unlucky. Um. Are there any other wolves I should know about? Interesting. Okay. Neat. All right. I'm wondering if I should go for more routes, or if we should try the third game out. I'm definitely gonna take a break. The third game is not a Yandere game. Also, I should say, which is why I'm wondering if we should just go for other routes. But I don't know. I kind of just like leaving it there. I kind of like just like accepting the two endings we got with these guys. Um. mm, yeah. Yeah. No. I think I'm gonna leave it. That's it. That's just what we got. Okay. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a. I think the third game might also be even shorter than this one. TBH. Yeah, I'm gonna take a good like 10-ish minute break. Stretch my legs. Walk around a little. Yada yada yada. Get some water, because I was definitely like drinking my water a bit slower. Um, and just even then, I totally ran out. No, you either you or you and Easton should totes play this and like see what and see what endings you guys get with these two. Or you can just play it on your own time. I don't know. That's fine. How do you get the polycule ending? You know, would be interesting if that's an option. Honestly, if I was playing this in my free time, I would totally be. My first thought would totally be like, let's get like 7 different endings. But no, I think when playing these types of games on stream, I think it's more fun to just see what endings you get, and just let that be. Especially because when you're reading all the dialogue, it takes longer. No, all right, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna walk around, refill water, drink some water, and then I will open up the last game. So, PRB. Oh, Haito. Let me grab our last game. Royal Dispute. Thank you. I'm not capturing. Might need to switch to game capture. Hold on. Move it down. And trim off the black edges. Tisk, tisk, tisk. You didn't loop your music right, developer. There we go. Okay. This one has difficulty settings, so easy mode, obviously. Also, partly because we only have 40 minutes left in stream, and I don't want to like get stuck. I would like to like. I mean, if this game ends up actually being longer than I remember it being. Oh wait, I didn't look up who. Hold on. I didn't pull up the person who made the last game. Hold on, I almost forgot. My bad. Here, I'm gonna drop the page for Fauxrest also. In case anyone, anyone wants to like follow that, any of these devs or something, keep up with the future stuff they do, or like find their Twitter or whatever social media they have. Lewin hasn't the Wolfer's Red person has another one. It looks looks like the other one is explicitly a female protag. But it's I became an evil witch that cursed the male lead. So that sounds fun. I might play that one actually. That sounds interesting. Here is their. They only have 2 things, but there's their thing. You want to go play the Wolfer's Red yourself, or if you want to play the evil witch one I just mentioned yourself. Also, I think this one is like a sort of pseudo Phoenix Wright kind of inspired thing now that I think about it, or at least that's the vibe it gave me. I totally forgot that was part of the vibe it had. Anyway, the audience chamber is really quiet. Today it's worse. We are playing as a princess, so I will do a bit of a earlier voice for her. Two men stand before the throne, both demanding a private. Oh wait, we're okay. Never mind. This isn't princess yet. I thought we played as a princess. Two men stand before the throne, both demanding a private audience with the princess. One by right of birth and long-standing betrothal, the other by force of conviction, controversy, and unfinished business with the crown. Their voices overlap, neither willing to yield an inch. Each believes his cause is just. Not just. Each believes he deserves to be heard. Princess listens, and you must decide who she listens to. Each choice is not temporary. Once you lend your support, you will follow that path to its conclusion through duty or defiance, destiny or freedom. Choose carefully. Fuck. Well, I'm obviously picking this guy. The demon-looking dude. He's hotter. Reading. Oh wait. Whoa. Oh, it's a typing game. I wasn't prepared. God, I think I keep typoing. Hold on. Let me move my shit. I should have looked at what kind of game it was before. I totally thought it was a visual novel. It's been ages since you last saw me. Yes. Are you not curious? Oh fuck. As to where time took me. And all that happened. Do I know how to type properly? Yes, I'm actually very good at typing. I'm just trying to read and whatnot. Oh shit. Oh no. But I also do typo a lot when I'm typing. And have to like go back and fix stuff. I didn't read it. Fuck. Won't you spare me some of your precious time, Your Highness? A lot of people don't know how to actually type. Score 666, all according to Keikaku. I did that on purpose. Don't worry about it. Anyway, I can type at like ordering 100 words per minute with very little typos. But it's very little typos because I go back and fix my things. I probably, if I typed at my typing speed without typos, I could probably go for like 130 words per minute if I tried. But I usually get like 80 something when I do typing tests because I have to like fix a lot of little things. I would not have expected a typing VN. I've never seen something like this. Yeah, I think I vaguely remember this being on the page. I just forgot about it because I found this game so long ago. How is it seeing me again after so many years, my dearest princess? Certainly to my surprise. Why does her voice thing sound like Torio? Certainly to my surprise to see you act so unrefined. You've changed quite a lot since the last time we've spoken, Elle. Elle. I haven't heard that name in years. It has been literal years, and if my memory serves me right, I am the only one permitted to address you as such. That you are, princess. Surely you are aware of my special treatment towards you. Which is why it hurts me to see how many third parties there are tuning into our lovely conversation. I glance at the maids and knights on standby. I huff a short, amused laugh. All of their strength combined wouldn't even scratch me. Pardon my discourtesy. With a wave of her hand, her entourage backs away just enough to be out of earshot. That's much better. It's just like old times. All right, Elle, drop the act. What is it that you want? What What do I want? Uh, Wait, she said that. I don't know, whatever. Oh, I'd love it if your father stepped down from the throne. I doubt that old power-hungry coot would, though. So I suppose it's better to say I want the king dead. Bold words to say to his daughter. You can't even refute any of what I've said. Feeling guilty for your family's treatment of me, princess. She meets my eyes before turning her attention to the scars on my face, hidden beneath my hair. She purses her lips, a deeply troubled expression marring her beautiful visage. The princess is too righteous of a soul to be spoken to like this. I hate myself and what I've become. I tried everything I could. I know that despite everything, you are still the same Elle I've known, but the people's fear of the demon that pushback of the nobles, my father, That's enough. I didn't come here for your apologies or pity. I'm here to issue a warning. Flee the kingdom. I like that his eyes change. When he's yelling, they're red, but normally they're blue. Flee the kingdom. Take a trusted mate and knight or two and leave. I wouldn't want the innocent princess to be caught in a punishment not meant for her. What are you planning? Who knows? Some fire here and there, entire buildings collapsing. This garden we're currently in would definitely be decimated by my calculations. In fact, this entire castle would likely be leveled to the ground. Why? You're asking the Demon King why he does evil things? Don't be obtuse. What if I'm just like this, Your Highness? The sky is blue, nobles are rich, commoners suffer. You are kind and virtuous. Villains are immoral, and so am I. It's the way of the world. No need to ask such things that are common sense. Cassiel Deant. All right. No need to say the name I abandoned. Oh wait, do I have to pick it? Yeah, okay. The king allows the imprisonment of children who steal to survive, meanwhile turning a blind eye to nobles unreasonably raising taxes. Just recently, I exposed a crime syndicate in a barony that used children to do their dirty work. Turns out the baron's in on it and promptly banned me from his territory. These nobles protect the cruel for coin and ignore those in need, for there is no benefit to them. They do not understand that the people are the blood of the empire. They do not see commoners as humans. They see them as disposable tools, a source of money. This is not a kingdom I wish to protect anymore. It pains me to see you like this, Elle. I understand your concerns, and I regret not doing Oh, please, Your Highness. You are doing more than... Certainly not enough considering what you have just told me. I see now how lacking I still am. You've been carrying this burden alone, trying to keep the people safe despite the scorn you receive. It wasn't my intention to blame you. I know. I'm blaming myself for the inaction of the crown, for what became of you. I never should have let you leave that day. That's not... Princess, please. You could never be a source of misery for me. In fact, you were the only... I shake my head. It's better to keep her out of this as much as possible. I can't risk anything happening to her. How could I ever live with myself if she gets hurt? It doesn't matter, just please stay safe. Leave. Seek refuge with the Lorraines or the Leclercs. I will only be sparing the families that stay true to their noblesse oblige. Oblige? I don't fucking know. I don't speak German. I refuse. Then I'll have to take the castle down with you. You won't. You can't. I was foolish to think a half-hearted threat would work on her. She knows me too well. My fondness too blatant. I don't sound convincing even to myself. You win now for now, princess. I will be back. Is me being here such a crime? Every time I am met with criticism and scornful looks, such holier than thou attitudes, yet none of you here address the kingdom's problems. Had you all been much more competent, I would not need to bring myself here and petition to the princess. This supposed prince speaks of loyalty, but does not acknowledge the fact I destroyed myself for the crown. Isn't that the ultimate showcase of devotion? Wow. Cool. Quite surprised you'd give me the honor of yet another private audience with you, Your Highness, considering our last conversation. How could I not after your passionate appeal? Ha! Passionate is one way to describe it. I must be, considering that I'm here to extend an invitation of sorts. I glance at the maids on standby. In private, please. She raises an eyebrow at me, but dismisses her maids nonetheless. Her face is filled with intrigue, a sign that she's willing to listen. This is a kindness no one has granted me in so long. Last time I spoke of destroying the kingdom. Today I propose we do it together. How about it, Your Highness? Once you join me, there would be nothing good left for this domain to offer. This could also be your chance to escape from being a pawn of your father, that worthless king. I do admit father has been bending to more and more unscrupulous folks. Bending to? He is voluntarily working with them to fill their coffers with the people's money, princess. You are a wise one, compassionate and beautiful too. So it outrages me every time you try to cover for your senseless, decrepit, disgusting hedonist of a father. I implore you to stop protecting your family name, or at the very least, don't do that with me. You are so much better than to be tied to that name. She sighs dejectedly, peering into her teacup with a face that wrenches my heart. It always pained me to see her distressed, but the gravity of this matter takes precedence. All right, I acknowledge that. Regarding the matter at hand, however, I'm not so convinced it warrants the literal destruction of the kingdom. I don't believe it is that far gone. There may be a better way with reduced bloodshed. We can assemble the upright, start a movement, enact new policies, crack down on crime networks, punish the traitorous nobles with due process. There's still many avenues left unexplored. It's too early for the last resort. Well, regardless of what will be done, it must be done swiftly. Surely you understand the severity of the situation as it had forced me out of self-solitude. Consider the princess's proposition, argued the kingdom is too far gone. I guess we'll consider. Damn. I previously thought there was only one way forward, but I trust you, my princess. If you believe that there are still enough nobles that lead with genuine kindness and care for their people, then I shall do my best to see that. I am angry for all the suffering that not only I, but my people and the kingdom's residents went through for years upon years. I wish to cut them all down, cut the rotten family lineages like one would a tree in its dead branches, ensuring the whole remains healthy. But I relinquish my sword to you, princess. Despite my doubts, my anger, my pain, I trust that your wisdom can guide us to what the kingdom needs. I cannot solve this on my own. I hate to bring you into this, truly I do. Yet it has to be done. Your support is the only thing that could turn this around. I'm listening, Elle. You know I listen. Let's communicate with messenger pigeons. When the time comes to meet again in person, I'll tell you. I cannot extend an invitation, however. That would attract too much attention. You'll have to request a private audience, and you must make it a convincing performance. I cannot grant you an audience otherwise. We will make our final decision then. Understood. You have my gratitude, Your Highness. Thank you, truly. I kneel before her and kiss the back of her hand. I'll take my leave now. Is this the final level? Princess, please. You are the only one who cares enough to listen to me. I keep reading further ahead than what I've typed, and then I start trying to type the next word after what I last said. Is it not your duty to hear the plights of your people? I too am a person of this kingdom, regardless of everyone saying I am more demon than human. You know who I truly am, Your Highness. You are the only one who believes in me, space, and my humanity. You still see me as the Cassiel who wishes nothing but the safety and security of the nation. Every day I wake with the goal of being your, holy moly, Cassiel, the one you know, the one you trust, your hopelessly dedicated soldier. I greet the princess with a bow and a kiss on the hand. It's been too long since I've last seen you. You exaggerate. Am I the only one who looks forward to our time together? She grumbles. Don't use that look on me, Elle. Besides, you know it's not like that. All right. Let's get to work then. You and your people have been stockpiling information on all the happenings you've been reporting to me, yes? Yes, Princess. Everything I relayed was confirmed with my own eyes and ears. All right, I had my own people look into it, but some parts are trickier to confirm when you don't have access to the underbelly of the kingdom. Indeed. I have also been mulling over your propositions in my original proposal for you. It is difficult for me to determine what is best for this nation. On one hand, I still want to believe in tales of heroes and that good will triumph over all. I wish for a world where hope burns bright and every day is filled with possibility. On the other hand, I can't help but think that's a wish too far away. Should the kingdom be rebuilt from the ground up? Is destruction necessary for the creation of something better? If so, I am willing to be the demon who does so. If it were up to me, I believe the one with the higher chance of success is rewrite the system, create new policies and proper enforcement, purging the kingdom of every vile person in it. I mean, I feel like the top one is the in line with the other choices we've been making, so I'm just gonna do that one. Oh wait, I did not mean to do that. Better governance, replacing the corrupt with the upright, and ensuring no ill-intentioned individual can ever hold power. Nevertheless, at the end of the day, it is not I with the final say, but you, Your Highness. I kneel before her. Whether the kingdom sees me as a demon or a hero, it matters to me no more. As long as I remain your Elle, the one you keep by your side, who you trust in these affairs, that is enough for me. I unsheath my sword and hold it with two open palms. I offer it up to her with a solemn bow. I, Cassiel de Angeli, good enough. Renew my vow to be your sword. Never again shall I leave your side. I dedicate my life to you, princess. I have but one condition, anything you wish. Address me not just as the princess, but also with my name. Princess Sonia? Correct, I am Princess Sonia, and I accept the Demon King as my aide, my knight, and my partner. She takes my sword and taps both my shoulders with the tip, the same way she did when she knighted me all those years ago. I have made my decision. I want you to operate as a king. And so the past months were filled with paperwork, secret operations, and court hearings, all spearheaded by Princess Sonia. She sorted which nobles are righteous and which are not. She reached out to the former and had the latter jailed. The trickiest to deal with was the king. Fortunately, the king caved and passed the throne to the princess after a few threats of my sword. She would be outraged if she knew of my involvement and crude handling of the situation, but keeping this a secret is an easy feat when everyone in the castle mutually loathes the king. Better days are coming to the kingdom, and I have the princess to thank for everything. The darkness that trapped me during my days of isolation felt farther and farther away. I'm so exhausted. The princess burst into my office. Would you like me to prepare tea and desserts? No. Just stay there. She promptly plops herself on my lap and nuzzles her face into my neck. Cool. I like how it was like politics, 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 and now it's just like ooh. At the end, princess. Princess. Sonia. That's more like it. You get so red every time. You should get used to it by now. How could I ever? You seriously gonna keep acting this way? You'll be my official consort soon, you know. Your, your consort? You're hopeless, but very cute. You do this on purpose. No, I don't. Yes, you do. You mean to call me a liar? No. You're cheating. Quite rude of you to accuse me of such. You don't play fair, though. You know I can't win against you. That is precisely why I love playing this game with you. She plants a kiss on my scarred eyelid. I've recharged. Back to work. She cheerfully skips out of my office. Those happier days that I used to only dream of are happening at this very moment. With her by my side, I know there are even more joyous days to come. Wow. That was an interesting way to add gameplay to a visual novel. Uh, cool. I kind of wish it had been more like, I don't know, romancy though, and not just that bit at the end. Um, but oh well. Uh, oh, can't do anything. I guess is it like old games? I guess the romance was in the typing. I guess so. Um, Interesting. Okay. Let's see, Royal Dispute. This was made by Salome. Oh, they have a few games. There, they seem to be different. They're all like different genres and stuff too. Interesting. Keyboard strokes, if you will. Really showing how good I am with my fingers and all that. All right, cool. Okay, well, there you go. It was interesting though. It surprised me. I I mean, I don't know, typing games are kind of fun. I'm a decent typer. To be fair, I feel like it is though it if I had known it was a typing game, I probably would have done like some like typing warm up thingies before stream. Get my fingers all ready and stuff. But oh well. Anyway, wahoo. We freaky did it. Um I mean, I guess we did beat those games. I mean, you know, that counts. As beaten games, so I guess I'll pull up the list. Um Neat. I gotta give the list a second to load. All right. Uh, Bam. Okay. Let's see. Let's do Fauxrest. Bop. I'm wondering where I would put for it because it's so short. But I mean, it was neat. I don't know. Like it was fun, but it was like that's the hard part about ranking some of these. It's like at a certain point, it's so short. It's hard to decide where I want to even put it. Mm, I'd say that like the art was very very nice. Mm, limit this list of games at least half an hour to an hour. Maybe if you're gonna be doing this more, maybe it. I think it's just harder to rate this, but um, mm, I mean, I don't really mind putting them on here. It's just a way of It's just a like weighing the idea of like it was kind of neat, but it also only lasted like if I'd been playing that game without reading the dialogue out loud, it would have been like 10 minutes. It's more of a almost feels more like a demo than anything. Mm, I'm gonna say I'm gonna put it mm, here. Mm, no, okay. Um, because it's short, it's hard to get like super um it's hard to get like super immersed because by the time you really start to care about anything happening, you're already almost done. Um, but also it was it was fun. It was very fun and pleasant while it lasted. Uh, but like for all the issues I have with some of the other games around in the same area, you know, uh, they did give you more to chew on. It's kind of like I would say a good way to put it is like it's kind of like comparing eating like a single Jolly Rancher versus like a meal, even though these are meals that I thought were like passable but not great. They were still more filling in a sense. Um, but even if the Jolly Rancher was much tastier, um, you know, like Cavern of Dreams, I had a lot of issues with that game, mainly at the end, but it was like a full experience. Whereas Fauxrest was great the whole way through, but it also was over by the time it, you know, when it started and it was already almost over. Um, as soon as you hit play, you're already basically done. Um, so yeah. Anyway, next is The Wolf Wears Red, which is this one is like we didn't even do the full game in the sense that there's a bunch more endings we could have gotten. Um, I would rate this one a lot higher, I think. Um, mm, mm, let's see here between Alcahest and Sly Cooper. I consider being finished the moment you get an ending. Oh, I mean, I agree. 100%. I think any game is finished the second you hit credits. And anything beyond that is extra content. Uh, yeah, I would rate that one a lot higher because it was fun and it had a lot more going on as well. Um, yeah, for me, visual novels, it's like I feel like the first ending you get is your true quote unquote ending because it's the choices you kind of naturally made. Um, and doing anything else is sort of um just extra. There are some examples that kind of go against that, like Slay the Princess. You don't really get to the actual ending until you've done like you know all this a bunch of the route runs to get to like the thingy um with the vessels and all that. But that one's kind of a special case. Um, yeah, and then Royal Dispute. Mm, I think my thing with Royal Dispute is I think that I think if they were going to do the typing thing, I think I should have had to type literally everything that my character said throughout the whole game. Uh, and it should have been way more romancy. Because I think even if it had been like super generic in terms of the romance, it still would have been more fun than it being focused on like politics. Um, but the idea was interesting. Mm, I'm gonna say here. All right. Sounds good to me. Bam. 249 games. Wow. I don't think I'll do these like itch.io type things a lot, but like maybe once a month. I probably will try. I don't think a lot of them will be like this in the sense that like it'll be like 3 games though too. I think I will try to like get games. Generally, I think I'll usually be trying to get games that last for at least an hour, if not more. Um, but It depends on if I'm. It also depends on if I'm playing a free game or not, because free games are usually gonna be pretty short. Versus even a game that only costs like $3 would still probably have like noticeable, much or a noticeable amount of additional content because it costs the money. I mean, I guess not always, but you know what I mean. Generally. Anyway, yar. Okay, then. Yeah, cool. It was an interesting little break. Doing some totally different games from what I would normally be doing on stream. Um, I do kind of want to try to play a bit more indie games in general. Just to like, you know, mess around with newer stuff, but I don't really have an interest in like newer games in terms of like big AAA games and stuff. Um, but it can be kind of fun seeing what like indie devs are up to and whatnot. Um, so yeah, cool. That's about it. Tomorrow we're gonna play more Phoenix Wright. Um, and Friday, what was Friday again? Oh, we're starting uh in Stars in Time, and we probably more Phoenix Wright on Sunday. I kind of doubt. I don't know if the game's actually going to force if this is going to be like a super short final trial and we're going to finish the game tomorrow, or if there's like way more to it and this is like a fake out. So I have no idea how much longer we have in this game or in Phoenix Wright. So, if we finish it this week, we finish it. If not, we'll just kind of be alternating between Phoenix Wright and In Stars in Time until we finish Phoenix Wright, and then we'll just focus on In Stars in Time with like other stuff thrown in to break it up. Anyway, yeah. All right. PPR, go follow Ringo, my artiste, very cool, very epic. And here is a message for anyone who wants to join in on that. And yeah. Let me go see if I can find somebody to raid into. Into. All right. Being in the game, because those games didn't have things, and being in the games and demos tags or category sucks because it's just all every person that it's like showing me is playing a completely different game. And like across all like random genres and stuff. Okay, never mind. I might just not breed out tonight because I don't want to. I really feel like trying to like dig through a bunch of people playing tons of. I don't know. It's probably a lot of these are probably other indie games, but you know. Oh, anyway, it doesn't really matter. Okay, then I'm just gonna end stream. Then I'll just go to the thanks for coming and just let it sit for like a minute. Um. Anyway. Yar. That is it. So, yeah, thanks for coming out. Have a good day, good night, whatever it is for you, and I will see you in the next stream. Mwah.